Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Physics. A thermodynamic quantity equivalent to the capacity of a physical system to do work. The units of energy are joules or ERGs. Energy can take a wide variety of forms. An imaginative, lively style, especially style of writing. His writing conveys great energy. A healthy capacity for vigorous activity. Jogging works off my excess energy. The federal department responsible for maintaining a national energy policy of the United States, created in 1977. Forceful exertion. He plays tennis with great energy. Enterprising or ambitious drive. Europeans often laugh at American energy. Any source of usable power. The DOE is responsible for maintaining the energy policy. Physics. A thermodynamic quantity equivalent to the capacity of a physical system to do work. The units of energy are joules or ERGs. Possessing muscular strength. An imaginative, lively style, especially style of writing. A remarkable muscularity of style. The physiological state of having or consisting of muscle. Active strength of body or mind. An imaginative, lively style, especially style of writing. Forceful exertion. Active strength of body or mind. An imaginative, lively style, especially style of writing. Forceful exertion. An imaginative, lively style, especially style of writing. A healthy capacity for vigorous activity. He seemed full of vim and vigor. A healthy capacity for vigorous activity. The property of being able to survive and grow. The vitality of a seed. An energetic style. Biology. A hypothetical force, not physical or chemical, once thought by Henri Bergson to cause the evolution and development of organisms. The federal department responsible for maintaining a national energy policy of the United States, created in 1977. The federal department responsible for maintaining a national energy policy of the United States, created in 1977. Mature female of mammals of which the male is called buck. The federal department responsible for maintaining a national energy policy of the United States, created in 1977.
A fastener for locking together two toothed edges by means of a sliding tab.
Move very fast. The runner zipped past us at breakneck speed. Forceful exertion. He's full of zip. Close with a zipper. A quantity of no importance. A code of letters and digits added to a postal address to aid in the sorting of mail. Enterprising or ambitious drive. Press, drive, or impel someone to action or completion of an action. He pushed her to finish her doctorate. The act of applying force in order to move something away. He gave the door a hard push. Make strenuous pushing movements during birth to expel the baby. Now push hard, said the doctor to the woman. An electrical switch operated by pressing. The elevator was operated by push buttons. Move with force. He pushed the table into a corner. Strive and make an effort to reach a goal. We have to push a little to make the deadline. Make publicity for, try to sell, a product. The salesman is aggressively pushing the new computer model. Approach a certain age or speed. She is pushing 50. The force used in pushing. The push of the water on the walls of the tank. Exert oneself continuously, vigorously, or obtrusively to gain an end or engage in a crusade for a certain cause or person. Be an advocate for. The Liberal Party pushed for reforms. Enterprising or ambitious drive. An effort to advance. The army made a push toward the sea. Move strenuously and with effort. The crowd pushed forward. Press against forcefully without moving. She pushed against the wall with all her strength. Sell or promote the sale of illegal goods such as drugs. The guy hanging around the school is pushing drugs. A natural phenomenon involving the physical properties of matter and energy. The experience of being alive, the course of human events and activities. He could no longer cope with the complexities of life. The condition of living or the state of being alive. While there's life, there's hope. An account of the series of events making up a person's life. The period during which something is functional, as between birth and death. The battery had a short life. Animation and energy in action or expression. It was a heavy play and the actors tried in vain to give life to it. A prison term lasting as long as the prisoner lives. He got life for killing the guard. A characteristic state or mode of living. Social life. A living person. His heroism saved a life. A motive for living. Pottery was his life. Living things collectively. The oceans are teeming with life. The course of existence of an individual. The actions and events that occur in living. He hoped for a new life in Australia. The organic phenomenon that distinguishes living organisms from non-living ones. There is no life on the moon. The period between birth and the present time. I have known him all his life. The period from the present until death. He appointed himself emperor for life. Animation and energy in action or expression. The general atmosphere of a place or situation and the effect that it has on people. Any incorporeal supernatural being that can become visible, or audible, to human beings. Infuse with spirit. The company spirited him up. Animation and energy in action or expression. The state of a person's emotions, especially with regard to pleasure or dejection. He was in good spirits. An inclination or tendency of a certain kind. The intended meaning of a communication. A fundamental emotional and activating principle determining one's character. The vital principle or animating force within living things. General activity and motion. Animation and energy in action or expression. The state of being vigorous and free from bodily or mental disease. The state of being vigorous and free from bodily or mental disease. A federal department in the executive branch of the government of the United States. Physical energy or intensity. A government has not the vitality and forcefulness of a living man. Of a law, having legal validity. Group of people willing to obey orders. A public force is necessary to give security to the rights of citizens. Physical energy or intensity. He hit with all the force he could muster. A put-out of a base runner who is required to run. The put-out is accomplished by holding the ball while touching the base to which the runner must advance before the runner reaches that base. The shortstop got the runner at second on a force. To cause to do through pressure or necessity, by physical, moral or intellectual means. She forced him to take a job in the city. Force into or from an action or state, either physically or metaphorically. Urge or force, a person, to an action, constrain or motivate. Move with force. Impose urgently, importunately, or inexorably. She forced her diet fads on him. Squeeze like a wedge into a tight space. A unit that is part of some military service. He sent Caesar a force of 6,000 men. One possessing or exercising power or influence or authority. May the force be with you. An act of aggression, as one against a person who resists. He may accomplish by craft in the long run what he cannot do by force and violence in the short one. Take by force. A group of people having the power of effective action. He joined forces with a band of adventurers. A powerful effect or influence. The force of his eloquence easily persuaded them. Do forcibly, exert force. Don't force it. Physics, the influence that produces a change in a physical quantity. Force equals mass times acceleration. Capability in terms of personnel and materiel that affect the capacity to fight a war. We faced an army of great strength. Physical energy or intensity. It was destroyed by the strength of the gale. The power to induce the taking of a course of action or the embracing of a point of view by means of argument or entreaty. The strength of his argument settled the matter. Permanence by virtue of the power to resist stress or force. The amount of energy transmitted, as by acoustic or electromagnetic radiation. They measured the station's signal strength. An asset of special worth or utility. Capacity to produce strong physiological or chemical effects. The strength of the drinks. The condition of financial success. The strength of the company's stock in recent weeks. The property of being physically or mentally strong. Fatigue sapped his strength. Hitting a golf ball off of a tee with a driver. He sliced his drive out of bounds. The act of applying force to propel something. After reaching the desired velocity, the drive is cut off. A journey in a vehicle, usually an automobile. He took the family for a drive in his new car. Force into or from an action or state, either physically or metaphorically. He drives me mad. Have certain properties when driven. My new truck drives well. Move into a desired direction of discourse. A road leading up to a private house. They parked in the driveway. Cause to move back by force or influence. Strive and make an effort to reach a goal. A series of actions advancing a principle or tending toward a particular end. The team was ready for a drive toward the pennant. A wide scenic road planted with trees. The Riverside Drive offers many exciting scenic views. Travel or be transported in a vehicle. Proceed along in a vehicle. We drive the turnpike to work. A mechanism by which force or power is transmitted in a machine. A variable speed drive permitted operation through a range of speeds. A physiological state corresponding to a strong need or desire. Cause someone or something to move by driving. Cause to function by supplying the force or power for or by controlling. The amplifier drives the tube. Cause to move rapidly by striking or throwing with force. Drive the ball far out into the field. Compel somebody to do something, often against his own will or judgment. Computer science. A device that writes data onto or reads data from a storage medium. Excavate horizontally. Drive a tunnel. Hit very hard, as by swinging a bat horizontally. Drive a ball. Hunting. Chase from cover into more open ground. Drive the game. Hunting. Search for game. Drive the forest. Move by being propelled by a force. Operate or control a vehicle. Drive a car or bus. Push, propel, or press with force. Sports. A hard straight return, as in tennis or squash. Strike with a driver, as in teeing off. Drive a golf ball. The act of driving a herd of animals overland. The trait of being highly motivated. His drive and energy exhausted his coworkers. To compel or force or urge relentlessly or exert coercive pressure on, or motivate strongly. She is driven by her passion. Urge forward. Drive the cows into the barn. Work as a driver. He drives a bread truck. A definite stable energy that a physical system can have, used especially of the state of electrons in atoms or molecules. According to quantum theory, only certain energy levels are possible. Energy made available by the flow of electric charge through a conductor. They built a car that runs on electricity. A physical phenomenon associated with stationary or moving electrons and protons. Keen and shared excitement. The stage crackled with electricity whenever she was on it. Energy made available by the flow of electric charge through a conductor. Energy in a mechanical form. The energy released by a nuclear reaction. Energy made available by the flow of electric charge through a conductor. The power went out around midnight. Of a government or government official, holding an office means being in power. During his first year in power. A state powerful enough to influence events throughout the world. A mathematical notation indicating the number of times a quantity is multiplied by itself. A very wealthy or powerful businessman. Possession of the qualities, especially mental qualities, required to do something or get something done. Danger heightened his powers of discrimination. Possession of controlling influence. The deterrent power of nuclear weapons. one possessing or exercising power or influence or authority. The mysterious presence of an evil power. Physical strength. Physics. The rate of doing work, measured in watts, equals joule per second. Supply the force or power for the functioning of. The gasoline powers the engines.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.